Welcome back to TUTV. I'm Joe McCurdy.
And I'm Sarah Moore. So, Joe, did you watch the Chief game?
The Chief game?
No, the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. I did. I did, in fact, watch the Super Bowl. I was very disappointed in the end result, but it was a great game. Now just, all the Chiefs fan on, because that's like half of our population.
Okay, so you weren't
on campus.
You weren't rooting for the Chiefs.
I was not.
Who is your Super Bowl? Well, who's your NFL team?
I don't have an NFL team.
Okay.
I just cheer for players that went to the college that I like. Not Tulsa. I'm a Sooner, so I cheer. So I'm a Bucs fan because Baker Mayfield is the quarterback, and we love Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield.
So who are your favorite players?
Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, CeeDee Lamb. Anybody who graduated and/or played for Oklahoma.
Okay, I'm okay with that. As an Okie myself, supporting
You're
our local guys. That's good.
You're a poke.
I am.
Boo.
Go Pokes. Alrighty. Well, we will come back and talk some more, maybe about the Super Bowl, maybe about other things. But until then, let's get into some news.
Hi, welcome to TUTV. I'm Brenton.
And I'm John O'Rice. Today we have some jaw-dropping news stories to get into, so let's dive right in. Israel is planning a ground assault of the city of Rafah in the Gaza Strip, according to statements from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Located at the southern end of Gaza, Rafah is a key strategic target for the Israel Defense Forces, who have pushed Hamas, Gaza's ruling organization, out of much of the north of the Strip. Israel's greatest obstacle to securing Rafah comes from the more than 1 million Palestinians taking refuge in the city. Netanyahu has stated that Israel will provide, quote, safe passage for the civilian population, end quote. International concern has been drawn over where the Palestinian refugees in Rafah can and will be sent. Tensions over the Israeli Defense Forces plans for Rafah come as the CIA Director William Burns negotiates in Egypt for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas.
Last week, the Senate voted to move forward on a $95 billion bill that, if passed, would provide military aid to Israel and Ukraine and humanitarian aid to civilians in areas of conflict. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said, quote, "The eyes of the world are on the United States Senate." 18 Republicans voted to advance this bill. The bill's largest provision is the $60 billion it provides to Ukraine, whose leaders have grown increasingly wary of American disinterest in their country's 2-year-long war with Russia. An additional $14 billion is provided to Israel in this bill. The bill faces significant hurdles in its path to President's desk, however. Former President Donald Trump opposes funding for Ukraine, and whether the bill will pass Speaker Mike Johnson's House of Representatives is uncertain.
On Sunday, former President Donald Trump claimed that he would not come to the defense of Americans' NATO alliances in the event of a Russian attack unless they said enough, said Trump. Quote, "No, I would not protect you in the fact that I would encourage Russia to do whatever the hell they want. You gotta pay," end quote. Trump's statement was roundly criticized by President Joe Biden and other Western leaders. Trump's isolationist rhetoric, known as America First, is an integral part of his re-election campaign.
Returning to Ukraine, where military officials in that country have claimed that Russian military forces are using Starlink terminals to a, quote, systemic degree in order to access satellite internet. The terminals are products of SpaceX, Elon Musk's private aerospace company, and allows users to access this internet by connecting to an array of over 5,000 operational satellites, also produced by SpaceX. Ukraine has relied heavily on Starlink to provide internet access on the battlefield. Additionally, Kyiv uses this service to guide drones and coordinate artillery fire systems. SpaceX and Elon Musk have denied that any Starlink terminals were sold to Russia.
King Charles III of the United Kingdom has been diagnosed with cancer, according to an announcement by the Buckingham Palace last Monday. Charles has met with medical teams and, quote, looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible, end quote. Charles's diagnosis was met with an outpouring of sympathy across the British public, although some pointed out the sharp contrast between the swiftness of the King's medical care and the sometimes deadly waiting lists, which are all too common in Britain's National Health Service. thousands of British cancer patients have to wait more than NHS's 62-day maximum recommendation before starting treatment, said Observer columnist Martha Gill of Charles, quote, "Our compassion is reserved for those we do not expect to fall upon hard times. It is only then that the injustice really strikes us," end quote.
So John, a lot of interesting news stories this week, but I think the one that stuck out to me was the one about the satellite internet and Russia possibly interfering with Ukraine's access to all this satellite internet.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's honestly not even something that comes to my mind that people would need Wi-Fi on the battlefield, but in the information age, good for us to get news. But yeah, no, it's something I have not really thought too much about.
Right.
It's something I'm going to be considering in the future.
Right, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is news. I'm Brenton.
And I'm Jono. We will see you all next week.
Welcome to the interview segment of TUTV. Today I'm with Will, the secretary of Climbing Club. Will, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So this is a new club, from my understanding. Do you want to, speak a little bit on it and how it got started?
Yeah, so we just got approved last Thursday, had our first trip this weekend, and then we're meeting with Senate tonight. So there's several of us here on campus that do rock climb, and we wanted to get other people involved within the sport, and also create more opportunities for trips and things along those lines.
So where'd you guys go on your first trip?
So this weekend we actually went to just outside of Ponca, Arkansas, a place called Horseshoe Canyon Ranch.
All right.
So a group of 6 of us went down there and just had a blast.
And so is it, how experienced do you have to be to go on these types of trips? Or do you, every week do you go to like a rock climbing?
You don't have to have any experience. Anybody is welcome to go to everything. So to sign up, there's a link in our Instagram, and then the end of the form will prompt a group meet, and you can join and get connected right there.
How'd you get involved with rock climbing?
So actually, it wasn't until I got to college. I had a few friends that were into it, and I joke with one of my friends who doesn't have a car on campus that he got me into it just so he could have a ride all the time. But I've been hooked since the beginning, and so it's been so much fun.
Yeah. So right now it's a pretty, good-sized club.
So right now we're just getting off the ground. So we have about 15 members, but would like to grow that. So people of all experience levels are welcome, and we'd be more than happy to have anyone with any interest whatsoever.
So yeah, that's, get on the Instagram, get to that group me, and, find out dates, right?
Yes. Yep.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you for coming on, and honestly, I'm pretty interested as well. So I haven't rock climbed since my Boy Scout days, but I think I can shake off the rust and come on out. So.
Oh, we look forward to seeing you.
Well, thanks for coming on, Will. We really appreciate it, and we'll get to sports next. Have a good one.
Hello and welcome back to TUTV. I'm Hunter Lynn.
And I'm Jono Rice. We have some exciting sports stories to dive into, so we're just going to jump right in. Tulsa men's basketball is in the midst of a 3-week game losing streak. After the FAU loss, Tulsa had a 2-game home stand against North Texas and Alabama. Both teams were sitting in the middle of the conference with similar records to Tulsa. Sitting at 12-9 to start the week, Tulsa had kept steady progress thus far, maintaining a record above .500. But it seems Tulsa has hit a slump. In the game against North Texas, Tulsa shot 37% from the field and 22% from the three-point arc. Losing 68-55, Tulsa's schedule wasn't getting any easier on the Golden Hurricanes, who were slated to play UAB, who were coming off an upset victory against FAU. Tulsa kept it close for the majority of the game, even holding a 3-point lead for the fleeting moments throughout the game. With 4 minutes remaining, Tulsa lost their shot, missing 3 straight scoring opportunities, which led to Tulsa losing their 3rd straight game. Tulsa has had 7 games remaining, with the USF Bulls next up on the schedule.
After a big win against North Texas, Tulsa had a chance to improve their conference record with a game against Rice, a team that Tulsa had beaten just 2 weeks previously. The last meeting ended with Tulsa winning 70-65 at home. In the rematch, Rice got the better of the Golden Hurricane. Tamira Poindexter led all scorers with 33 points and added 10 rebounds to secure the double-double, but it wasn't enough to get the road win. With their 4th conference loss, Tulsa now sits at 3rd in the American Conference, below Rice, UAB, and North Texas. Tulsa will travel to Wichita to take on the Shockers before heading back to the Reynolds Center to take on UAB.
Softball season got underway this past week with a tournament in College Station in Texas. First up were games against Valparaiso and Lee on a Friday morning doubleheader. Tulsa came away with a 5th inning 9-0 mercy rule against Valparaiso. In the second game of the day, Tulsa counted their Friday dominance, beating Lee 11-2. On Sunday, Tulsa went up against the host of the tournament, number 24 Texas A&M. In a 2-game matchup, Tulsa had a chance to make a statement early in the year and take down a number 25 top opponent. Tulsa came close to winning the game though, losing 8-5, but in Game 2, Tulsa was run-ruled 8-0 in the 6th inning. Tulsa will return to the state of Texas for their 2nd tournament of the season, facing off against Texas Tech and Texas State.
In a rematch against Princeton, Tulsa men's tennis couldn't come away with the repeat victory, losing a hard-fought 3-4 match. Princeton's points came mainly at the doubles spots, earning all available points and leaving Tulsa to scramble for wins in the singles matches. While winning 2 singles points, Princeton came away with a tie-breaking victory and secured the revenge win. Tulsa now sits at 3-3 overall with a big match against Baylor in Waco.
The Kansas City Chiefs are your 2024 Super Bowl champions. Defeating the San Francisco 49ers for the 2nd time in 4 years, the battle between the two teams led to an overtime matchup that ended in the Chiefs' wide receiver catching the game-winning touchdown. This is the Chiefs' 3rd Super Bowl win in 5 years, all coming together with the stellar quarterback performance from Patrick Mahomes, with Taylor Swift cheering them on from the sidelines. The Chiefs have established their dynasty, competing only with Tom Brady's Patriots.
Well, another year, another Super Bowl with the Chiefs as one of the contestants.
Definitely, yeah.
Starting to notice a theme here.
Oh, are you in with the script thing?
Now, surprisingly, I'm not. But
Okay.
It's only because I'm a Philadelphia fan, and to anyone who saw Andy Reid coach, well, another year, another Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs as contestants. You know, I'm starting to sense a theme here.
Ah, yes. Do you follow like the script, like, scandals of the NFL? Is that something you're into?
Now, surprisingly, I'm not into the script scandals.
Okay.
You see, I'm a big Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Ah.
Anyone who watched Andy Reid coach over in Philly knows there's a reason that the Chiefs are doing so well these past few years.
Yes, absolutely. I love the Chiefs so much. Patrick Mahomes,
Agreed.
right?
And in fact, yes,
Yeah.
many TU students I know are big Kansas City Chiefs fans, but
Yep.
unfortunately, it's not the case for me. And I was very disappointed this Sunday.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, being a big Chiefs fan, I was very much celebrating. But, I hate to celebrate while my friends are sad. So, I'm rooting for you next Super Bowl, and I really hope you guys make it.
More likely than not, I won't be playing in it, so
Oh,
it really
okay.
doesn't matter that much.
Okay, nice.
And that was your sports segment. I'm Hunter Lynn.
And I'm John O'Rice. We'll see you all next week.
Hi, welcome back to TUTV. I'm Brenton.
And I'm Hunter Lynn. We've got some exciting entertainment stories for you this week, so I think we should hop right into it. In a heartwarming display of affection, Taylor Swift celebrated the Kansas City Chiefs' Super Bowl victory by sharing a tender moment with Travis Kelce, sealing their triumph with a heartfelt kiss and embrace. Swift was heard saying, quote, "Oh my God," end quote, as she wrapped the Chiefs' tight end in a warm hug, punctuating the moment with several kisses and an excited, quote, "Unbelievable," end quote. This scene unfolded after the Chiefs clinched a nail-biting win over the San Francisco 49ers with a final score of 25-22 in overtime at Las Vegas's Allegiant Stadium. Swift, donning a chic black corset and jeans accented with a custom 87 necklace, made a dramatic entrance to Vegas, arriving just as the game kicked off. She watched the game from a VIP suite in the company of notables Ice Spice, Blake Lively, and Lana Del Rey, alongside Kelce's family.
Usher has successfully headlined his first Super Bowl halftime show. In a striking moment of tranquility amidst the electric atmosphere, Super Bowl 58's halftime show, Usher and Alicia Keys captivated the audience at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas with a performance that showcased their unparalleled musical talents. The performance continued to an astonishing finale with a feature from her, and this show successfully highlighted a blend of celebration and rivalry at this year's Super Bowl.
Beyoncé sparked widespread online excitement when she hinted at new music through a Verizon commercial aired during the Super Bowl. Following the advertisement, the celebrated singer and Texas native shared a preview of an upcoming track on her website, indicating a shift in musical direction from her dance-focused album Renaissance to a new sound underscored by guitar strings, seemingly inspired by the game Texas Hold'em. Titled Act 2, the teaser on her site points to a release date of March 29th, suggesting a new chapter in Beyoncé's musical career. The commercial itself, named Can't Be Broken, featured actor Tony Hale from Veep, challenging Beyoncé to test the limits of Verizon's 5G network. Responding with assurance, Beyoncé embarked on a creative series of tests to meet the challenge. The commercial concluded with Beyoncé signaling the release of her new music, leaving audiences anticipating her next move. The ad not only showcased Beyoncé's creative approach to the challenge, but also highlighted her role in promoting Verizon's 5G capabilities.
The eagerly awaited trailer for the Wicked two-part movie musical was unveiled during Super Bowl 58, offering fans a glimpse into the adaptation of the beloved Broadway show. The preview features Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo in the roles of Glinda and Alphaba, respectively, with Erivo delivering a powerful performance of the iconic song Defying Gravity. In the trailer, Erivo's character Alphaba is portrayed grappling with her powers, hinting at the complex narrative that unfolds in the land of Oz. Quote, "Something just takes over me, and when it does, bad things happen." She states, foreshadowing the turmoil and transformation her character undergoes. The release of Wicked Part 1 is scheduled for November 27th, with Wicked Part 2 slated for release in late 2025, promising audiences a comprehensive retelling of this enchanting story.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has announced a vibrant and diverse lineup of nominees for this year's induction, including notable names like Cher, Lenny Kravitz, Sinead O'Connor, Mary J. Blige, Ozzy Osbourne, and Mariah Carey. The final inductees will be revealed in late April, with other contenders such as Sade, Dave Matthews Band, and A Tribe Called Quest also on the nomination list. For the first time, artists like Carey, Cher, Kravitz, and Osbourne find themselves on the ballot, as disclosed by ABC Entertainment. Nominees must have released their first commercial recording at least 25 years prior to the nomination year, ensuring a legacy of musical influence and innovation. John Sykes, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation chairman, praised the nominees' contributions to music, highlighting their role in shaping the genre and inspiring future artists. The 2024 induction ceremony is set to take place in Cleveland this fall, with the date and ticket details forthcoming. This event marks a first by being streamed live on Disney+, with subsequent airings on ABC and availability on Hulu the next day.
So Hunter, you guys were talking about the Super Bowl last segment.
Sure were.
I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl, but the halftime show.
Well, do go on.
For sure. So Usher, obviously Alicia Keys performed. Usher actually did a pretty good job in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not usually one to tune into that because obviously I'm more focused on the game. I wasn't really too caring this year about it either way, but from what I saw, he did a really good job. And
Interesting.
obviously her is a very talented musician herself, so
Certainly.
seeing a good blend of, like newer and older
Yes, for sure.
music is inspiring, honestly.
I agree, yes. I heard mixed reviews of Usher's performance, but, Brenton, I believe that perhaps you might have changed my mind.
I might be the one to overspeak over everybody. I don't know. But anyway, this is the entertainment segment. I'm Brenton.
And I'm Hunter.
And we'll see you next time.
Brad Carson Hey, I got a report that this car doesn't have the right parking pass for this parking lot. Let me take a look there. Yep. No parking pass for this lot.
Well, I hope we are we going? Okay. I hope we don't get sued by SVU. But that was a great episode. I thought it was really fun. I think the shots were very fantastic. But yeah.
I liked the shots of downtown Tulsa. I thought those were so nice
Right?
looking.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wonder, did you take that footage? Okay, I like wherever it came from. Whoever did that did a great job. It was
Snaps.
integrated really beautifully into all of the stuff that Glenn has made. It's super cool. I'm excited to see some more Campo and Order on the
Campo and
show.
Order,
Very exciting.
Well, I while we were sitting here listening to all of the stories, you had quite a reaction to the Wicked trailer.
I have thoughts.
I do too.
Okay.
This is great.
Let's share. Okay. So I have been very anti-Wicked the movie
Oh wait,
for
Wicked
a while.
the movie. Okay, wait.
Oh,
no.
I love Wicked the musical, but the movie I've not been excited about because I've always hated Ariana Grande because this is mean. I don't think she's talented and I don't think she can sing. Like very mean.
That's a hot
and
take.
controversial.
I'm not going
But
to disagree though.
It's true. And she's not an actress. But the woman playing Elphaba, I like her. I think she's going to be really cool. I like what they've done with her character. I liked the little bit of the singing we got in the trailer. So I'm really excited for her. And all of the sets look really beautiful. So I'm going to watch it, even though, like, maybe Ariana Grande will shock me and she'll be good. Probably not. But I'm going to watch it. So what do you think?
I think I'm a very anti-Wicked the musical. I think it's slow. I think it's boring. I think the only good song is Defying Gravity. And the fact that they're going to split it into two parts is just completely moronic because you sit through the first act just to get to Defying Gravity, and then there's nothing in the second act. So they're going to milk this so hard, and it's not going to be good. None of the, except for maybe like Oz with Michael Jackson. Or I don't know what the Michael Jackson adaptation of The Wiz.
Oh, The Wiz.
The Wiz, yes, The Wiz. But none of like the modern day retellings of The Wizard of Oz are good, and this will add to the list of bad Wizard of Oz adaptations.
I like Wicked. I think it's going to be good, but I agree that making it two parts is really dumb.
So stupid.
It makes things go on too long. And speaking of things going on for a while, we have to wrap it up.
Sad.
Very sadly, but we will see you guys next week. Thanks
Can't
for joining
wait.
us.